Isaiah Cassidy coming out with the Hardy Family Office, and out comes Keith Lee to his brand new Mikey Ruckus produced theme, and this crowd, they just go ballistic for him. Huge reaction, and he comes out, and man, this guy looked like, I mean, to see this man just feel like free is what this felt like.
To see him without a top with claws marks on it, I think it was a big difference. It was yeah.
The man not having his top like covered up, it didn't send people running that they're seeing his upper body. The Bearcat looks to have also been retired with GFY, and Limitless is Keith Lee.
Yes, he is. Yeah. I was so happy to see this, and I don't think anybody, at least live in attendance, was disappointed by this at all. His presence immediately, I think, felt really strong, you know, being in a completely different environment. And once we got to the match, I mean, I think everybody's prayers were answered. Can
you quickly break down what you were sending me today, like the online detective work that was being done?
So, so Cino informed me of this, but as he informs me of many things in the wrestling world, but apparently Mia Yim tried to swerve everybody by posting a honeymoon photo of the two of them. And these detectives on the internet, let me just tell you, okay?
Dude, the internet's undefeated.
Never, if you're going to try to trick the hardcore wrestling fan base on the internet, you better make sure you don't shave your head in your prior picture, because somebody out there was able to track the beard length of Keith Lee in this honeymoon photo compared to the beard thickness of Keith Lee in his wedding pictures, and they were able to determine, hey, this doesn't feel right. This can't be the day after. And then they also were able. Somebody else was able to go through Mia Yim's Instagram and was able to find her in a similar outfit from 2020. And was able to determine that this was not that, in fact, present day on their honeymoon. So, you know, an attempt was made, but man, clearly Mia Yim did not know the type of audience they were dealing with.
Well, come on. Is this your first day in this industry with this fan base? I don't know if the hair is at the exact amount that he had on Sunday.
Yeah.
Amazing. I had no words when you sent this to me that this was all broken down in such fine detail. But he comes out here, dude. Isaiah Cassidy was just a ping pong ball for him. He is
a great ping pong ball.
Oh, dude, Isaiah Cassidy was great here. Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone's got to focus on Keith Lee, but man, does he owe Isaiah Cassidy a debt of gratitude here.
He owes him a bottle of whatever he wants.
Yes, both these guys. Like Randy Orton said, you should be buying him a steak dinner. That's what he was. You know, when someone's bumping around for you like this. So he just launches him, dude, into like another area code in the air. And then he comes down, running cross body. He stares down Mark Quinn. And then there's a shoulder block that sends Cassidy out of the ring. Matt Hardy just walks away. He just leaves through the crowd. He's giving up here. He's selling his stock on Private Party.
So Excalibur was telling us throughout the commercial, Hardy had said that if Cassidy didn't win this, he would be leaving them. Actually, I think he did this was it on Rampage or one of the shows last week in the hallway? It was something to the effect of like, if you don't win this, I have to reconsider our relationship. Something to that effect. So it seems like they're teasing a breakup between the two.
So Keith Lee, his leg gets pulled by Quinn, and then it sets up Cassidy coming off the rope for a cutter. And this just looked like Keith Lee was like swatting him down, but then he sold the cutter. This seemed like the only part where it was somewhat off.
Mm-hmm. I think he was supposed to actually hit the cutter. I mean,
I think so too.
Was supposed to get off the apron. So.
Yeah, because instead Cassidy just crashed down back first from the momentum of it.
Yeah.
So nonetheless, he then swats away this spinning roundhouse kick and first they go to the floor because Lee ends up on the floor and Cassidy hits this crazy tornillo dive to the floor and they get Lee off of his feet. But then back into the ring, he swats the roundhouse kick and hits the Big Bang Catastrophe in 429. So, man, with that new lead in on TBS, they've signed the perfect guy.
They did. They should start with this move every Dynamite, just coming off of that show.
Yeah. This was great. And then, dude, the post match. This was incredible. So, Private Party attack, and Mark Quinn goes for a tope con hero and is caught. He is caught by Lee, and Lee is like not taking a step back. He firmly caught this guy and power bombs him on top of Cassidy on the floor and ends Mark Quinn with an apron bomb. So, tremendous debut here for Keith Lee, who felt like a solid main event star. And you watch this, and it's like, my head goes to a Paul Levesque that it's like, it's not like, it's one thing when you are in WWE and it's maybe you have your preconceived notions that this person's not going to be a star. We just don't see it here, and you're proven wrong. It's like Paul Levesque helped assemble a team. He saw these people as stars, and he helped build them as stars. And not only did you see them completely just destroyed on the main roster, but now you're going to see your competitor take them and reap all of the benefits that you saw in these people that you had this belief in, and now it's going to be elsewhere that they prove this company wrong.
Yeah, on the one hand, it could be upsetting, but on the other hand, I could see him and people like Shawn Michaels watching the show and being incredibly happy for the performers actually getting their due finally. You know, they could be AEW Dynamite's biggest fans. Sean and Hunter could be watching this every Wednesday night. You know, like, I feel like it's the type of wrestling that both of them would absolutely love.
There's the alternate commentary.
Absolutely, yeah. Tremendous debut. And again, you know, having them go up against Private Party, I thought was absolutely brilliant. They were wonderful opponents. I'm sure a lot of thanks were exchanged in the back, you know, because they couldn't have made Keith Lee look better in this debut. He comes in here and immediately feels like a world title contender. He could even be champion, honestly.
I think he should win that ladder match, unless like, we don't know who else is in there, but you would need a really strong candidate to convince me of Keith Lee not winning that match.
But are you ready for him to lose a title challenge? You know, or does he break off into a feud after the ladder match and then we wait a bit to build up to an actual title contention?
I mean, there could also be like the TNT championship. Like, there's different avenues you can go here, or just
the ladder match is for what? It's the face of Revolution. Is that what
you get a title shot? Yeah,
world title shot, right?
I think you can get either.
Oh, okay. Who would choose the TNT title shot? You just ask and you can get a TNT title shot.
Well, I don't even hate the idea of like you do Lee challenging for the title like down the road. You're putting him in this match, but it's going to be a spectacular match. So it's a great setting for him.
So, you know, John, it's yet another name being added to an AEW roster, which, you know, I mean, we've been talking about for months now, has been kind of bloated. Like, how many more people can they take on?
Well, I think in this, like Tony Khan has said as much, that there are going to be contracts coming up soon that they cannot retain people. Like, I do think we are going to see, you know, people on the way out on top of that where contracts are coming due. And there is a level of performers who were there at the beginning that, you know, the bar is very high now. And I don't think that's should be, you know, a negative thing, that it's like there is going to be numbers going out and you're still going to have a very heavy roster, even with contracts coming up.
Yeah. Again, you know, this is a promotion called All Elite Wrestling, so it really should be the best of the best that is getting featured on their TV shows. But we're talking about people like, you know, Miro and Malachi Black now struggling to get airtime on a Rampage or a Dynamite. So, I mean, maybe it'll mean Dark will be really fantastic, like, because of all the extra talent.